All right, now we are going to talk about some tabs that will help you when you are sourcing different vendors. And once you've decided on vendors, keeping them all organized in one spot so that they are easy to reference. The first tab we're going to talk about is the vendor sourcing tab. This is a great tool to use when you are meeting with different vendors to keep track of notes, their availability, what you think, what your partner thinks, and some other things like the status. So we filled in some examples here at the top for you. And most of the major categories are on the side over here. And if there's some that we've forgotten or some that are unique to your wedding, there are some other categories down here as well that you can select from. These are all drop down menus, so you can put in your opinions and keep track of all of your notes as you're visiting with different vendors. Now, when it comes to your venue and photographer, typically those are pretty big choices for most couples. So there are some dedicated tabs to just the venue and just the photographer. The venue sheet is here. And as you can see, it just gives you some additional questions that you should be asking your venue and things that you should be looking for to compare from venue to venue. And similarly with the photographer tab, there are some detailed questions that you should be asking your photographer. And there's also some tips here at the bottom for you to reference as well when it comes to wedding photography. Once you've actually booked a vendor for your wedding, you're going to want to add them to the booked vendor page here. We have some items filled in for you, but this is a great way to keep all of your vendors in one spot so that once you're further into the wedding planning process, you're not having to go through this tab and sort through everyone that you talked to that you ended up not choosing. All of your booked vendors will be in one spot here. There's also a spot on this tab to keep track of some basic payment information, such as when the initial payment was made and the due date, and when other payments are due as well. So those are the vendor tabs, and hopefully you find them useful.